Good morning, everybody. It is Monday morning. It is the beginning of a work week. This is Vince Russo. I'm here with Jeff Lane. I am on Realm Network. I am also on Twitch. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek on Twitch about our Raw SmackDown review that will air in just a little while in its entirety on the Realm Network. You could sign up to the Realm Network by going to russosbrand.com. But obviously, if you're watching this on Realm, you're already subscribed. But that was to the good people on Twitch. If you want to hear the show in its entirety, it'll be up in a few minutes on the Realm Network, VinceRusso'sBrand.com. After this, guys, though, on Twitch, I will do That's Life in its entirety after I take a little break. I am here with Jeff Lane. The plan was for us to do Backwash last night, but after 3.5 hours, Jeff and I were both physically, mentally, emotionally exhausted. We wanted to give you a show with more energy, so we thought it would be better to do it today. Jeff, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great, man. The Yankees are playing well. I'm not going to let wrestling get me down while the Yankees are playing so hot, man.
Well,
so I got a new hat that I'd like to turn into the new puke hat whenever you're ready.
Jeff, why would wrestling get you down? Seriously, you know why? Let me tell you what. We have no control over it, bro. Why would it get you down? We have zero control over wrestling. We have zero control over WWE production or creative. So why would it get you down?
It gets me down that I have to sit through it for 3.5 hours of torture when this used to be something that I would willfully pay $50 to watch and enjoy, and I couldn't wait for it. And now I'm sitting there and it's just torture. I'm falling asleep. I'm nodding. It's awful to sit through for 3.5 hours. And I don't know. And I checked on Twitter and there's a lot of people that agreed with me. And I don't know why that you would put out a product that would make your fans feel this way. Even the marks in attendance didn't want to be there by the time the show was over.
Jeff, you know what's funny? Because, again, I just always like to clarify, bro, that this isn't a WWE thing with me. And let me tell you how. Let me clarify this for you. Bro, last year and the second half of 2017, okay, bro, after the All-Star break in 2016 and all of last year, okay, bro, Jeff, my beloved Giants were horrendous. Okay, Jeff, absolutely horrible. They almost lost 100 games last year. Okay, bro? They were horrible on the field. They were horrible to watch. They were non-competitive. Jeff, I didn't watch any games. I had no interest whatsoever in watching a losing baseball team. Okay, bro? This year, Jeff, they started out the same. They were about 4 games under 500. If I missed their games, it was no big deal. Okay, bro? All of a sudden, Jeff, the Giants have won 8 out of 9 games. They're 4 games over 500. And now I want to watch every game. Okay, bro, you just talked about the Yankees, Jeff. I think it's 15 out of 16. You got a new Yankee hat. You're taping games. You want to watch every game. Okay, bro? Jeff, what does that equate to? If the product on the field is good, you want to watch the game. If the product on the field sucks, you have no interest in watching the game. It is the same exact thing with the WWE. It has nothing to do with being the WWE. It could be any company. It could be any television show. It could be any movie. If the product on the field, in this case, if the product on my TV or computer screen is awful, I don't want to watch the product, bro. It's that simple. It's real simple math.
Yeah, and I hardly watched any New York Knicks games this year. That's my basketball team, and for that reason, it's just you get sick of watching an awful product. But these same people, they continue to support this product that they don't like, and I know I've discussed this before, but that's just interesting to me because I know if we didn't do this show and we didn't do the brand, I would not be watching this. I am not a fan of this type of product. The wrestling I like, the wrestling you liked is long gone, and it's probably never returning. But there's a lot of people today, and even brand members, they've said this to me. They watch it out of habit. They don't know why. And that's something I'd really like to know the reason, because any other TV show, you know what they would just say, I'm done with this. It stinks. I don't want to waste my time anymore. But this 3-hour show every Monday, 2 hours every Tuesday, and these pay-per-views, they just sit down and they watch and they hate it, and they watch and they hate it. And I don't understand that at all.
Yeah. Well, Jeff, I'm watching this show yesterday, and I'm saying to myself, thank God I'm on Twitch with all my people on Twitch. And I'm talking to the people on Twitch because as I'm watching this show, I have zero interest in this whatsoever. Let me first say, Jeff, again, so we don't get ourselves in trouble, this has nothing to do with the work ethic of the wrestlers in the ring. The wrestlers in the ring are working their asses off from Seth Rollins all the way to the last match in Samoa Joe. That's not what this is about, bro. Okay. But I'm sitting there and I'm asking myself, why am I so disengaged from this show? Why don't I care about this show? Why do I just want this show to be over? Okay. So I'm really trying to, kind of walk through this so I have a clear understanding for when we do a show like this. Okay. So first of all, bro, the thing that jumps out at me is, okay, they are asking me to watch a 3-hour television show. That in itself is ridiculous, bro. Okay, bro, 3 hours is freaking absolutely 100% ridiculous. Okay, bro. So number one, they're asking me to sit through a 3.5-hour show. That's number one. Number two, they're asking me to sit through a 3.5-hour show, bro, with absolutely zero storylines. There are no storylines. So what that equates to is there are grown men and there are grown women having fake fights. There are no storylines. There are no stakes. These are grown men, grown women having fake fights, choreographed fights. I am not a child. Okay, bro, the only thing that would interest me in this is if there were actually storylines involved. But Jeff, it goes further. Because, okay, bro, so there's no storylines. So I guess I'm looking for then interesting characters. Well, there are no interesting characters, bro, because we're going to go down the list here in a second. I'm going to ask you who these characters are and what's the storyline of every single match. So it's 3.5 hours, Jeff. There are no storylines and there are absolutely no characters. I'm a grown man. They're fake fights. Why am I watching this show with all of those reasons I just gave you?
Yeah, Bro Rocker in your Twitch chat says what's amazing is I keep up with the product, hoping one day it's worth watching again. And I know a lot of people like that. That's a good point. There are people that will read the results. They'll check the YouTube clips. That I understand. They want wrestling to come back, but there's people that will sit there every Monday night for 3 hours and watch a product they don't like. And that's just, I don't know, but you nailed it. I mean, what are the stories here? Especially the Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton story has got to be the worst one in history.
Well, let's start at the beginning, okay? Outside of the Intercontinental title, a fake wrestling belt that nobody has ever won, okay? What is the story between Seth Rollins and The Miz?
Yeah, there isn't one, and they kind of booked themselves out of even being able to write one by moving The Miz to SmackDown. They were on separate shows, so they weren't even on the same shows. They couldn't build any new interest for this match. The only thing was Miz trying to either tie or beat Chris Jericho's record, whatever it was, and win the belt and take it back to SmackDown. That's not a story.
What is Rollins' character? He's the killer of kings. He's I was own. He's burn it down, and he's the architect. What is Seth Rollins' character? Why do I care about Seth Rollins? Who is the character? What is the character?
And that's it. He's got all of these catchphrases, and there's fire in his entrance video, like he's Kane. The fans are chanting "burn it down" when he's doing these stomps, and I don't even know what that means. What is he burning down? When has he ever set anything on fire? When is he? It's just that the architect, like you said, and the only one that kind of made sense was the Kingslayer, because Triple H called himself the King of Kings. All right, I'll give him that one. But the rest of the stuff, it's just sayings, it's phrases, but there's no meaning behind it that relates to Seth Rollins that we see on television.
Okay, and Miz is a B actor. Like, we know that. Like, that's been established for a while with the WWE movies he does, and he's the greatest B actor. And okay, we get that. So we've got the greatest B actor in the world, and we got a guy stomping his feet, claiming to burn it down, and talking through his nose. What's the story? Like, what's the story here, guys? That you're gonna have a great 5-star fake fight? Like, that's the story here, bro?
You know, and not only that, but they prostitute the Miz's finisher. They absolutely killed it in this match. And I know it happens every match now. There are no finishers anymore, as you like to say. But then the no-sell, Miz no-sells the superplex. It's like, we went through it with the Finn Balor match. It's like, this is Rollins's one of his, his moves that he's got to do. I'm going to hit a superplex, and then I'm going to go into the Falcon Arrow, and you're going to no-sell it. I don't understand how this keeps being allowed in matches with the no-sell of the superplex. And you would think, like, the people backstage, the Michael Hayeses, the Dean Malenkos, whoever else is working with them on these matches are looking at this and like, no, come on, this is a superplex. But why is it still allowed?
Yeah, Shayna 138 on Twitch says that wrestling has become a parody of itself. Bro, we've been saying that for years. I mean, we've been saying that for years. All right, you guys at Twitch, I am going to sign off now. We gave you the first 15 minutes as a preview. If you want to listen to the rest of the show in its entirety, bro, it will be up in a little while. Once Jeff is done, I will send this to the Realm Network. It will be up in a little while on the Realm Network. Just go to russosbrand.com. Also, bro, Realm Network has gone to a new server. It should be up and running today, bro. It's the best that Realm has ever been from what the subscribers are saying. If you are ever going to sign up to the Realm Network or Russo's brand, today is the day to do it, guys. It's still under $1 a week, bro. You'll get this show. You'll get the Vito show. You'll get Stevie, Bin Hameen, Disco. You'll get all the shows. Just go to russosbrand.com. Guys, I am coming back, and I will be back with That's Life in its entirety in about maybe about an hour or so, bro. So look for that. Take care, you guys. I will talk to you in a minute. All right, Jeff. Let me just sign off of Twitch. Okay, Jeff. So, all right. So we just went over that. Okay, Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss. What's Nia Jax's character?
Well, that's a good question, because she used to just be a monster, if you want to consider that a character. And now she is the bullied person, I guess.
Well, no, because who's bullying her?
Yeah, Alexa. Yeah, right. I know.
Okay, so what's Alexa Bliss's character? She just got gimmicks.
Yeah.
What's the character of Alexa Bliss? What outside of being a heel, what is her character?
Yeah, I guess she doesn't really have one. But I've never really thought about that with her either, because she comes across so well and she stays in character, but you're right. She really does not have a character. So I guess you can't really stay in character when she doesn't have one.
Okay, Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton have, they've been established for years. Okay. Elias.
He's got a character. He's a musician.
But here's the funny thing. They have a character now with Elias, and they do nothing with him.
Right.
I mean, what was this, bro? Like, what?
I have no idea.
Try to break this down for me, bro. Like, what was this segment? First of all, New Day is so freaking played out. I don't know how anybody on this planet could care about New Day anymore. They are so played out. There is nothing fresh. The pancake gimmick was always freaking stupid. And again, this is not their fault, bro. Everything I'm saying is a creative issue. They go out there, they try to get this thing over. It's played out. It's sold. Okay, bro. Then they come out with this with Aiden English. So, bro, the pairing of Aiden English and Rusev strictly came from they had nothing for Aiden English to do when they let the other guy go. So we're going to put him with Rusev. There's no story between the two. There's no relationship between the two. There was never an explanation of why the two came together. Rusev is a monster heel. All of a sudden, as a goof, the fans started putting over Rusev Day. So the WWE went with that because that's all they had when they had the guy right there of being a freaking monster heel. He was one program away about 2 or 3 years ago from being a monster heel. Now he comes out. It's Rusev Day. The fans pop. He's with Aiden English. We have no idea why they're together. No Way Jose is blatantly a blatant ripoff of Adam Rose. It's the same exact gimmick, okay? And Bobby Roode may be the most miscasted character on this whole entire show. How anybody can look at Bobby Roode and have this guy dancing and trying to act like a baby face is beyond me. And let me ask you this. What's Bobby Roode's character?
He's another one with no character, but with a term. Glorious. Again, why? They all have these terms. They all have them now. I'm sure we can find something with everybody. We've mentioned the Lunatic Fringe in the past with Dean Ambrose, Empress of Tomorrow. I mean, they all have these names, but they do not correlate to anything you see them do.
Then we go to Big Cass and Daniel Bryan. Big Cass tapped out, and then I knew I was like, bro, if they don't give freaking Cass his heat back, he's gonna be dead. And they gave Cass his heat back.
But why's he got to tap out there? Why does that have to be a submission finish? I don't understand this. If you want to put especially, this match shouldn't have happened yet, in my opinion. Daniel Bryan is still on the comeback. We know that they've dropped the ball on it completely. The story's gone. They never really did the story. Now he's just a normal wrestler. But he just came back. This is Big Cass's first match back. So you would think you would want to establish him first before he loses a match. But now he's back. He comes out. They do this big promo deal on SmackDown, and he taps out to Daniel Bryan already. So I don't even know if getting the heat back, because it wasn't that vicious. It's not like he ran him over with a car or did something brutal where you're forgetting that he tapped. Now you're still remembering that he tapped. So I don't understand the point of this unless they don't give a crap about Big Cass and they see nothing in him.
Charlotte and Carmella. What's Carmella's gimmick besides the Money in the Bank bag?
She's I don't know, Staten Island girl. Yeah, I don't know.
Isn't she the Queen of Staten Island or something? Yeah. Have we ever seen one vignette shot?
Princess is it Princess of Staten Island? Because I think Charlotte is.
Have we ever seen one vignette shot in Staten Island?
Not that I can recall.
Where she owns the town and she goes from business to business and everybody knows who she is. Have we ever seen anything like that?
Yeah.
Outside of Charlotte's last name being Flair, what is Charlotte's character?
They took it away. Like, she was such a good Flair on Raw when she was a heel and doing all that stuff. And since she's come to SmackDown, she's just a generic babyface. And it sucks because just like Bobby Roode, you say she is miscast as well, in my opinion.
And what a weak finish, bro. She does that moonsault a million times. Her knee buckles and Carmella pins her.
Yeah, and how they built up this, in their terms, they're trying to build up this deal with the Iconics. Why weren't they involved in this match somehow? Why does Charlotte have to do a clean loss to Carmella. Carmella should cheat or the Iconics should interfere or something, or if you want to keep the belt on Carmella, fine, but why does she have to beat Charlotte, like that? I don't understand.
What is Nakamura's gimmick?
I don't know, but I like this presentation better than what they were doing before. I'll take this Nakamura over what they were doing before.
Yeah, well, I still like the girl playing the guitar, but what's AJ? What's AJ's?
Too much.
He's phenomenal.
Phenomenal, another term, right?
He's phenomenal.
Yeah, but you know what? With this match, Vince, people wanted this to be the main event of WrestleMania,
right?
But right here, it's the third to last match on Backlash. WWE didn't even have confidence for this to be a main event of a Backlash, a B pay-per-view. So what I don't understand is, if that's the case, why is this your WWE title match? And why would you put your WWE championship in the third to last match in front of two meaningless matches?
Yeah. And this was one of the most ridiculous finishes I've ever seen in my life. I've been saying for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, at what point does AJ wear a cup? Like, seriously, like, bro, at what point do you wear a freaking cup? Because this guy has low blowed me 10 times. And I thought that's what they were going to do here. Yeah. I really thought he was going to no-sell the low blow, because finally he was smart enough to wear a cup, maybe deliver a low blow himself and win the match. But I mean, oh my bro, can you imagine the backlash if I would have booked this finish?
No.
Can you imagine the backlash if I would have actually both guys got low blowed and can't continue the match?
Especially in a no DQ match. I don't know what the kayfabe rules are for that, but I know it's not a no contest rule or something, but no disqualification. You figure they wouldn't have a finish like this. What'd you think of that chair spot?
What chair spot?
Where he kicked the chair and busted open AJ's face?
I didn't watch that. I wasn't watching this. I wasn't watching this. I could give a rat's ass. I could care less.
AJ throws
head open, busted open.
Yeah, AJ throws a chair at Nakamura and he kicks it back into AJ's face and it busted him open. It was so dangerous and sloppy.
Bro, that's a totally controlled move, bro. You know, a flying chair through the air. They knew exactly how that chair was going to land. They knew where it was going to hit. They knew the trajectory of the chair. They knew what part of the chair that they were going to be hit with.
You know, and I tweeted, let's see if they get as much crap from the fans or from people that Sami Callihan and Eddie Edwards did with the baseball bat. And immediately I got it's not the same. It's a different situation. Yeah, it's different because you guys mark out for these guys. It's just as unsafe a move as that baseball bat move was. And that's the double standard in this stuff. Because it was AJ and Nakamura, it was an accident, Please.
Who gives a rat's ass? What about this tag match, bro?
What was the point of this? And it was just brutal. Absolutely brutal. I don't know what you want me to say. Like, they slapping each other and throwing each other in the ring, and Kevin Owens is a beast and he wants to fight, and Sami Zayn wants to run, and Strowman's just standing there like a moron. And Lashley, I don't even know why he was in this match. They don't know what to do with Bobby Lashley already. He's dead. This was just I don't know what this was. What did you see this as?
I don't know, bro. Obviously, bro, they're gonna do something where they pit Lashley against Strowman. Meanwhile, we got to sit through all this shit in the meantime. Okay, bro. That's where they're going with it. So okay, bro. Freaking make me suffer with this match. Then the main event, bro. The big mystery to me is Joe gonna wear his black and red shorts, or his black and yellow shorts, or his black and orange shorts? I know the towel's gonna be white, bro, because he's been using the same white towel for the 10 years. I know he's probably gonna yell. I know he's probably gonna make ugly faces. I know the minute this thing starts, bro, I know, okay, bro, Joe's on the offensive. Roman Reigns is going to hit a spear out of nowhere and win 1, 2, 3. Like, I'm like, okay, like, let's just do this in 10 minutes and everybody will be happy. bro, how the hell freaking long was this match that there's actually footage online of people leaving the arena in freaking droves?
Well, and again, what's the story here? There isn't one. I'm going to beat you up after Brock Lesnar does. That was their story, air quotes. So there's no championship involved. So this is a meaningless match with no story, and they put this on for the main event. Of course, people are going to be upset, especially when this is a 3.5 hour show. Why does it have to be 3.5 hours? And I know Glenn always says, well, they're just getting more footage for the network, more footage for the network. But I think that hurts the product in the process. You got people sitting at home like you and me, and a lot of people that listen to this show falling asleep. You have people in the arena chanting CM Punk, Rusev Day, we want Enzo. I mean, all this stuff throughout the entire show because they're bored to death. And these are the diehards that love this stuff. They're bored to death. 3.5 hours for a meaningless show. This seemed, the way this dragged out and was booked, it seemed longer than the 7-hour WrestleMania.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, bro, you're looking at this show like, where do they go? Like what developed out of this show that anybody cares anything about? Like, where are you going off of this show?
Exactly.
Like, seriously.
Exactly. Remember the days when Raw would end and you couldn't, or I mean, when a pay-per-view would end and you couldn't wait to watch Raw to see what happened next, or the controversy at the pay-per-view, or something new that happened, or a new debut, whatever it was. 90% of the time you were given a reason. I can't wait to watch Raw tomorrow night. We don't get that anymore.
I'm like, where is this going? AJ and Roman Reigns? Like, is that like, I can't, bro, right now, put Roman Reigns in there with anybody. Do I care about any freaking single person or you could put him in that ring with for a match? Do I care about Roman and AJ? Do I care about Roman and Strowman? We've seen that. Roman and Lash. Like, what do I freaking care about?
Yeah, and it's obvious they're going to continue the AJ and Nakamura program with that finish. That's still going to go on, and there's no story there at all. It's just low blows. I just, you really, like with Raw, I know it's 3 hours every week, but you can fast forward through stuff if you don't watch it live. But sitting for this 3.5 hours, it's just like, man, this is awful. And nobody should feel that way when watching WWE. But that's been a story for 4 years now.
I just can't believe the gall of letting it go 3.5 hours. Like, that was absolute gall. Like, bro, this show sucks. And you have to know it sucks. The people are leaving, like you said, bro, these random cheers, and you're just letting it drag the F on, bro. Bro, the one thing you're taught, like as a performer, like especially like you're taught as a performer, listen to the crowd. Okay, bro? And I was taught that like when giving promos. Okay, bro, I could have 17 pages scripted. I got to listen to what the crowd is telling me. And when it's their board and it's time to get out, get the F out, bro. Okay, I was taught that, and I learned that. The freaking crowd is telling you this is the shits. We want to get on the highway. We want to head home. And you have the nerve and the gall and the audacity to carry this monstrosity on for 3.5 effing hours, bro.
Yeah, and you look at that main event, Samoa Joe, the beloved Samoa Joe of these marks, has got Roman Reigns in a rest hold, and the crowd is chanting, "This is boring. This is boring." And Samoa Joe just stays in it. Like, there's no, okay, let's go to something else. He just stays in it, and he's laughing at the crowd, like, and they're chanting, "This is boring. This is boring," and they stay in the hold. I was just, that blew me away, especially because it's their beloved Samoa Joe. They love Samoa Joe, but they're going to chant, "This is boring" on a rest hold because Roman Reigns is in the match. But you got to move on from that. Do something else. But he just stayed in that. Both of them did, and that was just odd to me.
I told you, bro, with WrestleMania, man, I freaking told you. I said, bro, where are we going to be this time next year? Like, I mean, nobody gave a shit. Okay, you know, they were Ronda Rousey. Okay, bro. Outside of that, nobody gave a shit about anything. And here we are, bro, but you barely in May. Like, oh my God, bro. Like,
Well, and it won't change as long as this small audience that spends the money that they're milking for all these people walking out, all these people chanting, booing, they're going to continue to spend thousands of dollars to go to these events and act this way. They're going to continue to subscribe to the network. They're going to continue to watch Raw. So that's what I don't understand. I hate this product. I'm going to go and act like an a-hole. I'm going to chant CM Punk. I'm going to chant we want Enzo. I'm going to chant this is boring. I'm going to leave early. But the next time the show rolls around, I'm going to spend hundreds of dollars again to get those prime seats. And I'm going to do the exact same thing over and over.
You guys can't believe for one freaking second any of this crap is good. You cannot seriously believe that. If you guys believe that this is good, then you've never ever seen wrestling in your life. You know, you didn't see the Bruno era, you didn't see the Hogan era, you didn't see the Attitude era. You've not seen anything, bro. If you could sit there and argue that this is good, bro. This may very well be the worst I've ever seen. I mean, bro, I thought the mid-90s were pretty bad, but at least guys like still look like wrestlers in the mid-90s. They were still big guys. You know, there were still characters. The characters were outdated, but there were still characters there. They don't look like wrestlers. They have no characters. They have no stories. Oh my God, bro. It is getting harder and harder and harder to do this.
It is, but at least thank God that they're going to these dual pay-per-views now, so we're not getting 2 of these a month anymore. I couldn't. That was
and
torture.
Obviously, what does that tell you, bro? That tells you that they weren't making any money.
Yeah.
Why weren't they making any money, bro? Because they're not in demand, because the product sucks and nobody wants to see it. So now all of a sudden they're looking at production cost and they're putting that up to profit of what they're actually making. So, oh, maybe we should go from 24 shows to 12. You think, bro? Maybe you should go from 3 hours to 1. Have you considered that yet?
Yeah, and look at what the brand split's doing. This is why we're getting Nakamura and AJ for 4 months. That's why we got Rollins in the bar for 11 months, whatever it was. This is why we've seen Roman and Braun over and over. We've seen Roman and Brock, Roman and Joe. We've seen it all. They don't know how to keep it fresh. And by splitting the roster and you got half the choices for these people, this is what's going to happen. A superstar shakeup where you switch 4 or 5 people around once a year is not going to make the product fresh for more than a week once people realize it's the same old crap. Like the numbers already dropped off from the shakeup and from WrestleMania. Those people are gone again. So they limit themselves by doing this. I just don't see it changing as long as these marks continue to spend ridiculous amounts of money on this product. Why should WWE change? They can coast through it and make their money. I
just can't believe there isn't somebody out there with a boatload of money, bro, that could hire the freaking right people and not have money not be a factor. Kind of like Turner did back in the back in the mid to late 90s. I just can't believe there isn't a player, whether it's Mark Cuban, like whoever it is. I cannot believe there's not a player who doesn't take advantage of this, bro. I can't believe it.
Yeah, and he would be the one you would think. He owns does he own New Japan, or at least he owns the US rights to it, right? With that
he owns that station, bro.
Right.
This TV, that's his station. He can put whatever he wants on there, bro.
Right, and he's obviously a big wrestling fan. He's done stuff with WWE before. He's been on their shows. Yeah, he would be the one to do it. Maybe it's just he's looking at the financials and it doesn't matter how big of a mark he is. He understands that maybe he won't make any money with this. I don't know.
But anyway, that is it, Jeff. What else is going on?
Well, you got a free episode of That's Life coming out today on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify. The YouTube video version will be up this week as well. Tomorrow is what? Chicken Necks. Got anything you want to announce for that yet, or is it still in development?
Yeah, it's still in development, bro. I usually just kind of, let that organically write itself. There's been a bunch of personal things happening I'm sure I'll get into, but I'll see come tomorrow.
Yep, and then God, Raw tonight, SmackDown tomorrow, and we'll be discussing that Wednesday with Stevie Richards and Ben Hameen. That can't wait for that.
Yeah, and tell them about your Patreon, Jeff.
Yeah, I just put up a new video today, Grand Theft Auto 3, on my Patreon page, patreon.com/JeffLane22. I love the community I've started there. Got a nice small community. I want everybody to be a part of it if you can. I'd like to interact with all you guys. So check me out at patreon.com/JeffLane22.
And remember, guys, tonight I will be watching Raw on Twitch. That's the only way I get through it, bro. Please join me on Twitch, Vince Russo Live. You could follow me. You could subscribe. You could share bits. I'll probably, bro, about maybe 45 minutes in, Jeff, I'm sure I'll break out the megaphone. The megaphone's always a big hit. A couple of weeks ago, we made popcorn because I got a popcorn machine in my office. We literally, bro, use Twitch to kind of get through Raw together. I mean, that's it. Bro, I swear to God, I'm sitting here. This is a shoot, Jeff. I'm on Twitch. I got my megaphone. And I'm taking song requests, and I'm singing song requests through my megaphone while backwash is going on. And I'm saying to myself in my head, can you just imagine if somebody in WWE management or an official or something just said, you know what, I'm going to see what that goof Vince is doing during this live show. Can you imagine, bro, if a Shane McMahon or a Triple H or anybody like that literally saw what I had to do to keep myself entertained during these shows?
You wonder how many people that work there, because you mentioned Shane, and from everything you've told me about Shane, there's no way he can think this is a good product. So you wonder how many people there have tried to fight this battle and they've just given up because
nobody's tried. Nobody's tried, bro. Nobody has the balls. They all sit there and tell Vince what it is and give him a pat on the back. Bro, I would have looked him right in the eye and said, my God, bro, this product sucks. Seriously, bro.
You did that on live TV before.
Yep. This is atrocious. This is worse than Livewire ever was. If you actually think this is good, bro, you are fooling yourself. And, bro, they could blackball me and ignore me and make little shows about me on their network. Who freaking cares, bro? That doesn't hide the fact this show stinks, bro. It freaking is horrible. I would rather watch anything, bro. The Housewives of Anywhere, I would rather watch. I'd rather watch the shows where they fix up houses. I'd rather watch cooking shows. I would watch. There's nothing I wouldn't rather watch than this. Nothing, bro. I would watch 60 Minutes in front of this. I would watch the news before this, bro. I would watch curling before this, bro.
Yeah, I remember how bad WCW was for that 2.5 months when you went home, between January and April of 2000. I mean, it was brutal. I stopped watching. It was that bad. I would watch that over this.
I would watch anything over this, bro. Anything. But anyway, bro, that's it. Hey, remember, guys, check out vinylmeplease.com. It is an online record vinyl album club. You could check it out, bro. You could join their album of the month club, bro. You could join for a year, 3 months, or a month. The longer you join it for, the less expensive the product is. They also have a store, bro, that you could go in there and, shop at any time. You don't have to be a member of the club. Thousands of records. They rotate the inventory every single month. Guys, if you are a vinyl fan like me, you've got to check out vinylmeplease.com. All right, Jeff, that is it. We will be back tomorrow, or I will be back tomorrow anyway with That's Life. I will see you tonight on Twitch. Support Jeff on Patreon, and we will see everybody tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel.